What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy and we are standing at the Polderbaan. At the moment used for arrivals. For how long remains to be seen. There's a near absence of wind today. When I scheduled the stream, the runway was being used for departures. Now we have wind blowing from the southeast a little bit, handful of knots. So for now arrivals take place, but for how long remains to be seen. Might well change later in the day, but for the time being at least, Polderbaan is being used for arrivals. And this is Air Europa, arriving from Madrid, 737-800, flight 1091. And the firefighters already did their patrol run this morning as I was walking up here. And a very good morning to everybody who has joined already. Marius, gefeliciteerd kerel. Happy birthday to Marius, who celebrates his birthday today. Good morning Han, JD, Ronald, Stefan, Marja, Martin, Melis, Basti, Jane, Andre, Leo, KLM fan, Blissful Kitty. Good morning to you all. Current status quo, blue sky looking to the south. And some clouds once again forming, but not just land inward. It seems to be forming north of us right now, both over the sea and over land. This is EasyJet, arriving from London Luton, A320, flight 22517. De zooi! Hoi! De zooi! Let's quickly turn back. United Airlines flight 20 coming in from Houston, Texas. Boeing 777-200. 8 hours and 24 minutes underway. This one, 25 years old. The first flight was in November 1998. If you like 777-200s, you're in luck. Another one is coming in, arriving from Tel Aviv. El Al flying the 777 today. Yeah, the 777. 4 hours and 7 minutes on the way. 22 years old. First flight May 2002. Now, Barry, thank you so much for your 1 month of membership. Thanks for the support, mate. I hope you still like it in the lounge. And of course, Evelyn, I think JD gifted you a membership, the 6th membership, 6 months. Let's keep it up. Keep it up. Let's go, keep it up. Thank you so much for your support. And of course, JD, And also a big thank you to Caroline, who celebrates 3 months of membership and says good morning everyone. Good morning Caroline, thank you so much for your continued support. And also good morning to everybody who has joined in the meantime. Astrid Wolf, JZ Omiers Aviation, Matov the P. That's nice. Matov the P. Easy peasy. Now, if the mic picks up a low rumble. I think that's probably the APU already on. Can you see if it is on? Exhaust is right on the other way and everything is already heat distorted, so hard to see. LO is now frozen, at least on flight radar. Good morning, Urs. Good morning. I think those Japanese characters was U-channel. Wolfgang, did I already say good morning? Good morning. Dave Lee, good morning. Theo, goedemorgen. Good morning to everybody who has joined in the meantime. Glide slope shots with good visibility. Although, big picture wise, there are a few clouds. They are specifically located in the north today, right now at least. Let's see, this is SAS flight 821 arriving from Oslo. It is an A320neo. This particular one, a year old, first flight September 2022. Ooh, shiny surfaces, me gusta. Looking good. Astral says, do you use the Sting Tanga today by the heat? What is a Sting Tanga? I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, mate. Now, outbound traffic perfectly well visible. Another outbound Embraer. However, no time to waste. More triples inbound. Arriving from Delhi, KLM flight 872, 777-300 Has Captain really graduated to the 777? That was a nice one. Ah, string. No, mate. New shirts, same shorts. Not much has changed. If I look a bit shiny, that is because I use sunscreen that is a bit glistening. Huh. Gone it is. You know, the Coots are chilling. In the water, always calm. There's something... Oh, is that light feathered mama duck who yesterday still had 3 ducklings? No. I'm not seeing any ducklings. If this is the same duck that yesterday still had 3, where are they? Hold up! Oh! Tried to wave back. SAS coming in. A320neo arriving from Stockholm, flight 1553. Big Wi-Fi hump. Nice clean flap surfaces. Alrighty. Now, in the sky, looking around me, still haven't seen any contrails, so it seems that, like yesterday, today too in the upper atmosphere, it is either warm, there's a low relative humidity, or both. Do let me know if something like a 747 or A380 is close by, and give me proper directions where I need to look. Where is it coming from? Where is it going to? Will it pass me north or south of me? Where is it currently flying? And I can at least try to see if I can film it. This is KLM Flight 1068, arriving from Southampton. Already I'm not seeing the flight time anymore. We have to press early on the labels again today. Had the same issue yesterday. Sometimes with my app, when using split screen, the flight duration vanishes shortly before the airplane lands. And if I were to use full screen now, stop split screen, I would still be able to see the flight time right now. So it is a typical glitch when using split screen, not so much the app itself. Does limit me in seeing the flight duration if I am too late with pressing on the label. Good morning, me myself. Good morning, Peter. Gerardus, morning. All others who have joined in the meantime, good to see you all. Happy Monday. Sunny weather over here at Schiphol Polderbaan, and we have a big jet coming in, another United 777-200. Arriving from San Francisco, flight 968. Flight time 9 hours and 47 minutes. This time I was in time. 777-200 22 years old, first flight November 2001. Also 2 ducks swaying by over here. Formation swimming. They swam out of completely out of view. Well, there were 2, believe me. One of the Coots venturing into the water. Time for some morning cardio. The other one still up there, but it does now look like it is following. Careful. Don't slip. Easy does it. There's a nice little path. Bloop. Here we go. Time for morning cardio. Come on. Come on. That's the life. And also a massive big thank you to Davey for your continued support, 7 months of membership. Davey writes, a lovely clear day for sky loungers at AMS. It certainly is, Davey. Thank you so much for your continued support. I hope the seats in the lounge are still to your liking. In the meantime, another airplane is approaching. This is American Airlines flight 204 arriving from Philadelphia. And Guy says Lufthansa Boeing 747-8 LAX Frankfurt north of me. Already on its way to Frankfurt? On its way to... Wait a minute, it is going to Frankfurt, okay. By the time I'm reading this, it is probably already past me. Okay, so there is one contrail that I can see. The only contrail in the sky right now, it's not the 7478, but apparently it is possible to produce contrails. However, on the track between LAX and Frankfurt I'm not seeing anything. So apparently it is also height dependent, altitude dependent. This is American Airlines flight 204, Boeing 7878 Dreamliner arriving from Philadelphia. 6 hours and 23 minutes underway. The airplane is 7 years old, first flight March 2017. I thought I also heard Russell vying for some attention behind us. So let me see if... Yeah, he's on the light pole, street lantern, one further away than the solar panel is. You might pick it up. Nice. That'll wake up the neighbors. Excellent. Morgen Hans. Good morning Patrick. Klaus, good morning. Good morning John. Well, he was making a lot of ruckus and now I think it took too long for me to point the camera towards him, so Russell flew off. He says, screw you, human. This is taking too long. Good morning, Eggs Aviation. Jendrosek, goedemorgen. Well, let's see. Another airplane coming in, arriving from Paris. Well, let's turn back the camera the other way around, so that we can follow it if we spot it. Should be flying somewhere over there. In fact, it is not too far away according to flight radar. Let's see. In the vicinity of Haarlem, so really should be close by. Why am I not seeing it yet? Oh wait, got it. Frame of reference, then you have those flats over there, and then a little bit further, yeah, there it is. KLM flight 1402, 737-800, arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. Flying just northwest of the city of Haarlem. Hey Gerrit, goedemorgen. Yeah, Parka is still at home. The vest too. Just shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah, and with the near absence of wind, it is absolutely not cold here. Wolfgang is asking about the 777 yesterday. No idea yet. I was hoping you would be able to tell me what was the emergency. I thought I read somewhere technical malfunction or something, precautionary landing. So it was the medical emergency by the sound of it. Blackburst also back in the chat. Morning mate. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Right. Really short circuit for the KLM 737. The gear is already down. Nice backdrop. This is 400 times digital zoom, which is overkill. The camera has the potential to go to 800 times on top of the optical zoom. Absolute bonkers. Right, KLM flight 1402 arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. The next airplane probably behind it already. That airplane that you saw in the background, that you see now at the 9 to 10 o'clock of the 737 in the foreground, is Tarom, another 737-800 arriving from Bucharest. And we have MASkargo coming in, A330-200 should also be approaching from the right somewhere in the background momentarily. And we have a 777-300 arriving from Johannesburg that is also coming this way. Morning one and all, welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy and we are standing at the Polderbaan, runway 1 and right, currently the only runway in use for arrivals. Airplanes coming this way. In the foreground, Tarom 737-800, in the background MASkargo A332. The number 3 is going to be a 777-300ER arrival from Johannesburg. if the stream so far has given you any value in the form of entertainment and you haven't already, please give it a like. Really helps to spread this content to more aviation enthusiasts such as yourselves. We also have a Dreamliner arriving from New York JFK that looks like it'll follow the 777 that is now flying base. And can we see it? It was hard to gauge where the airplanes are in the sky based on what you see on flight radar. It should be approaching from the left somewhere in the background, if we are able to see them all three together. Guess not. Down on flight 361 arriving from Bucharest, 737-800, 7 years old, first flight May 2017. Good morning, Teun. Good morning, Flickerum. Good morning, Johan. German Monster, good morning. Next up, MASkargo. No mas. Arriving from Doha. Flight 6126, 6.5 hours underway. This 777-200, A330-200, not the 777. He's 12 years old, first flight March 2012. Let's pull up those reversers. Good morning, Ian. Good morning, Finnair fan. Finnair A350 fan. Good morning, Lee. Well, the A330 was a bit of a disappointment in the audio department. Now we have KLM heavies coming in. They're almost bound to disappoint in the audio department. KLM 592 in the foreground, 777-300 arriving from Johannesburg, South Africa, 10 hours and 34 minutes underway. The PHBVN, 9 years old, first flight February 2015. The airplane behind it, 787-10 Dreamliner arriving from New York. The flap surfaces are nice and clean. You can hear Kermit is also back in town. Good morning to Sombit. Hopefully I pronounced that somewhat properly. Good morning, Josia. Good morning, Eddie. Next up, KLM Flight 644, arriving from New York JFK, 6 hours and 12 minutes underway, the 787-10 Dreamliner. Vaguely glistening in the distance at its 9 o'clock, the next airplane, which is an Embraer 175 arriving from Prague. So this is the PHBKK, which is 3 years old. First flight was in December 2020. Well, next up, KLM Flight 1352, arriving from the Czech Republic, from Prague. No 50cc moped on the cycling path. And a scooter coming this way. Otherwise, calm day. Definitely not yet summer vacation season. Also at the fence, everything is calm. Now there is another contrail visible, so maybe now they will start becoming visible? Question mark. Also something closer by, north of me. Let's see, looks like Lufty Dreamliner. Hard to see. So those are the only two contrails that I can see in the sky right now. Meanwhile, the morning cardio Coots have taken a pause at the peninsula. And this is KLM Flight 1352, Embraer 175, arriving from Prague. 7 years old, first flight January 2017. Nobody home. All focused on the job at hand. Probably rightly so. There's a little itty bitty spider tickling me on my tricep. Don't know where it came from. Oh, Josiah is coming to the Netherlands in 3 weeks. Well, depending on the time of day and the day of the week, that might be possible. Also, a massive big thank you to the cat. Meow meow, nice, nice avatar. 3 months of membership in the pocket, and the cat writes, "Boy, thanks for showing us the glide slope shots daily." Well, not daily, but as far as I can. As my agenda allows, I do try to do it. Thank you so much for your continued support, the cat. Hope you still like it in the lounge. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking. Mrs. Professor also back in the chat. Good morning. KM Malta, arriving from Malta. A320 Neo. Little butt shot in the making. Iris says good morning. The sound of big parenthesis cargo airplanes is what I like hearing. Feels like I'm totally there right now. Yeah, thank you so much. That's the Sennheiser microphone that really does a good job. Now, yeah, there's a tractor busy, but my stuff is in front of it, and in the background we have the Dash 8 that is on its way off to the coast. The Dash 8-100 of the Coast Guard doing some patrolling. See that Sarah is also back in the chat. Good morning, Sarah. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. And all others who have joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live. And yeah, if you look to the north, you can see a bit of cloudiness forming. Looking straight to the east, not so much. The southern half of the sky over here, more or less cloudless. Just a few little itty bitty clouds, but nothing substantial. It all seems to be forming north of Schiphol today, which is interesting. Yesterday we saw something similar, but at a 90 degree angle. Then inward most of the clouds forming, coast region the most clear. The airplane coming this way is Croatia Airlines Flight 450. It's an A319 arriving from Zagreb. More what, goddammit. Good morning, Marissa. Good morning, Bookie Meow. Welcome one and all. Croatia Airlines now on the way for 1 hour and 33 minutes. The airplane, 24 years old. It's the 9A CTL, which began flying in June of the year 2000. At its 10 o'clock, you can see Delta Airlines Flight 142 arriving from Seattle, Washington. That's an A330neo. Third airplane will probably arrive from the east, so from the right. A319 arriving from Prague, EasyJet. Good morning, Finnair A350 fan. Meanwhile, outbound traffic passing left of me. Air Baltic A220. Nobody home. Butt shot in the making. Here we go. Butt shot in the making. Ahum, ahum. Butt shot in the making. Round of coffee for the audience. That was a butt shot, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Mrs. Professor gets it. Delta Airlines 142 A330 Neo arriving from Seattle, Washington, 8 hours and 52 minutes on their way. Relatively new airplane, 4 years old, first flight April 2020. Let's look and listen. Captain let down. Well, there's usually more than one Delta A330 coming in on a daily basis in the morning, so hopefully the next one will do better. Right, now we have 2 appetizers. And then it's back to another 777. 777 sadly is from KLM, so that one probably won't get too loud. EasyJet A319 up first. Embraer 175 KLM arriving from Geneva, number 2. And turning in right now, according to flight radar, is the 777. Oh yeah, there it is. Far left. 777-300 arriving from Compton. No, Cape Town. Harry, also back. Harry the hypnotizing heron. Die Flores, goedemorgen. Hey Patrick, good to see you again, mate. Adrie, goedemorgen. The Embraer 175 is coming in. Let's do a quick overview, assuming we are going to see arrivals. Let's have a look what is coming in. Well, all the 747s are really far away. No 747s inbound today. The A380 is expected 5 minutes past 1, so that is likely going to land on the wrong runway. In that sense, doesn't seem like the best day today for heavies. Kermit is laughing at us. Mother quacker. Oh, there's 2. They're laughing at us. Oh, 3rd one over there as well. Oh, a 4th. It's a freaking frog invasion here at AMS Live. What the quack? What the quack is going on here? Right, KLM Flight 598, 777-300 arriving from Cape Town. Holy shit. I hear more frogs by the minute. Now, I'm also happy to see that Gary Grebe is still here. has been a while since we last saw him, so... Oh, I think there might even be a second grebe over there. Although the camera is a bit lower positioned than my eyes are, so I think that the grass is in the way. Airbuses is just here for the ducks. Well, currently the wind's doing this on the scale of chimney smoke. I think you can see both of them now. Two grebes. Nice to see that they are also still around. Let's do an update of the weather. Must have changed in the meantime a little bit. This was the last meter I entered in the ticker. Currently it is variable 2 knots with a few clouds at 2,800 feet. Let me just paste that in the ticker for you guys. Here we go. So, not much going on in terms of wind, variable 2 knots. And I think the clouds in the meter that were mentioned are mostly the clouds on the north side in the sky. BA flight 430 arriving from London Heathrow, in the meantime touching down here. Airbuses is asking about frog control. There is. That's Harry's job. Few clouds. Well, yeah, okay, maybe there. Picture-wise, you can see another dichotomy in the sky, like we had yesterday. Wolfgang was referring to an airplane passing overhead in the vicinity of Beverwijk. I do see a little contrail over there. That is a regular jet by the looks of it. And right now that is the only contrail that I can see north of me. Hey, white nose tip. Embraer 175 returning from Düsseldorf, KLM flight 1798. I did not know they had snow in Düsseldorf. Better inquire with JD what's that all about. Good morning Donna, good to see you again. Hadi Hassan, goedemorgen. Nou. Lufthansa coming in from Munich. This is flight 2302, A319. 25 years old, this airplane. First flight August 1998, a true millennial. Big Wi-Fi hump on the tail, on the back, in front of the tail. It's the daily flight between Munich and Amsterdam. Hey there, Lance, morning. Now Lance says, hate to tell you this, but when frogs are mating, there are more than two involved simultaneously, and the noise you heard may have been them frogging. Frog control needed. Well, yeah, if that is what's going on right there. Where is Harry when you need him? Hey there, Stefan. Good morning. Now, two airplanes coming in. Embraer 190 arriving from London City. 7879 arriving from Cartagena. Twinkling third airplane in the background is probably EasyJet arriving from Copenhagen. First up, BA City Flyer arriving from London City. 180 nautical miles from London City to Amsterdam. 10-year-old airplane, first flight March 2014. Doing a little cameo there. Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Marina. Hank says a mouthbreaker. Freaking frog inflation. Inflation or invasion? Alrighty, KLM flight 741 arriving from Cartagena. Funnily enough, that is not the airplane with the white nose tip. White tip nose, I should say. But the one from Düsseldorf was. Goedemorgen, Erik. All others who have joined in the meantime, good morning. Now, still no contrails visible in the direction of Frankfurt. Also in the opposite direction towards Frankfurt, still no contrails to be seen. Looking around me in the sky, I don't see any oh wait, I do see one. That is a bit further to the south. There is just one. Flying west to east, pretty far south of me already. Next up, EasyJet arriving from Copenhagen, A319. 58 minutes on their way. 17 years old, Austrian registered, OELKQ. This particular airplane began flying in March 2007. Now, Paul Canavan, I hope you are watching. I just received notification from PayPal of a donation. I was hoping you would say hi in the chat at some point, because I also wanted to say a big thank you for a more generous super PayPal donation than the one just now, which is also quite substantial already. I hope you are watching, Paul. Thank you so much. I don't recall having seen you say hi in the chat, so I kept waiting, but now I see a notification of PayPal. Thank you so much, Mr. Canavan, for 2 generous super chats, PayPal donations. Okay. Lance says it is reported that yesterday's KLM 777 return landing, which was with main gear doors hanging down. Okay, which would indicate a big hydraulic system failure as rumored. Well, I don't know. Wasn't there anybody around to film it? I did get notified when it happened, had a look on flight radar because I was back home, saw that it landed on 27 eventually. Ah, Paul, you are in the chat now. Morning, mate. Cheers for the kind donations and the kind words, mate. I was hoping you would pop up in the chat at some point. Hey, Evan also in the chat. Morning, mate. Roy also in the chat. Good morning, mate. Adriaan, goedemorgen. Alrighty. Let's see. We have blue coming in. One. Not so nice. It is more common. The others are definitely a bit more popping. 2 consecutive ITAs coming in. They're both coming in back to back. The numbers 2 and 3 right now. First one, A321neo arriving from Rome. The second one is a regular A320 arriving from Milan. Right, 2 consecutive ITAs, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, a second Jane in the chat. Good morning, Jane. Now we need to number everybody. We have several Pauls, we have several Janes, we have several, well, several of everything, of everybody almost. ITA Airways, flight 108, up next. A321neo arriving from Rome. 1 hour 57 minutes underway. Brand new airplane, began flying in December last year. Goedemorgen, Richard. That was ITA number 1. Evan is still one of the few unique ones, absolutely. Oh, that reminds me of Monty Python. You're all individual. No, Life of Brian. You're all individuals. Yes, we are all individuals. The whole square chants simultaneously. And then the one says, I'm not. And there's only one real deal, absolutely. Yeah, some people are just unique and cannot be duplicated. Well, all of them. Some names definitely are a bit more rare. Right, it is time for ITA number 2. We had an A321neo just now. We have a regular A320 now coming in. Flight 120, A320, arriving from Milan. This one a bit older than the other one. The other one began flying last December, and this one started back in 2009. More pretty blue, damn it. Hey, goedemorgen GWMA. Good morning, love calls. Texas, good morning. Gerard, goedemorgen. All others who have joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy, and we are standing along the Polderbaan, where today arrivals take place, at least for the time being, with wind more or less from the southeast. Another batch of misting has been done. Next up, an airplane arriving from London Heathrow, KLM flight 1002, 737-800, 737-900 behind it, arriving from Zurich. Nurse says KLM flight 1653 to Florence is turning back to Amsterdam. Okay. More overheated stuff. Huh, is that a camper? Yeah. Yep. Guy wearing a fedora. Where is that Walt and Jesse cooking? Acting like tourists. Good disguise. Now Gerard, also a massive big thank you for your super sticker, lemon character raising both his thumbs up. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Very much appreciated. Goedemorgen Erin. Alrighty, this is the SkyTeam livery 737 arriving from Zurich. SkyTeam in the house. Well, Evan, I have to say, with the last couple of days over here, sunny weather and temperatures in the 70F, I have to say I'm jealous of the people living in Southern California who are having sunny weather and nice warm temperatures most time for the majority of the year. Makes you realize how shitty the weather over here is most of the time. Now I think that the tractor might be doing some plowing or something, because we see that Seagull Fest 2024 Part 2 has begun. Or at least seems to have begun. Hard to see because they still need to cut the grass a little bit. Also wheat. Wheat in the field here. The famous Dutch wheat. Three coming in from Curaçao, Dreamliner flight 387. Sarah Jane, good morning. Thanks, Roy. More Janes in the chat. Barry says, you want to live in the UK for shitty weather, boy? Well, I'm not sure. Last year, I think there's a battle going on between the Brits and the Dutchies. Who is having the shittiest weather this year? Pretty sure you guys already had a few sunny days while we were still having rainy misery over here a couple of weeks ago. Now, next up, Air France flight 1444, arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. It's an A319. Flight time no longer mentioned, but usually averages around 45 minutes. 22-year-old airplane. First flight October 2001. Alf says, hi from San Marino. Cool, nice to see that we have viewers from San Marino. Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you like it over here. Now you might also sometimes hear buzzing. Those are some fat flies that are flying around the microphone. Also heard it listening back and reading the chat back of yesterday's stream. Now, Gerard, also a big thank you for another super sticker, substantial super sticker per character flying in the air with a red carpet and a smile on his face. Thank you so much for that, Gerard. Quickly back to the camera controls. This is EasyJet flight 27866 A320neo arriving from Geneva. Hot shot in the making. Right. We have outbound traffic on runway 24. We have some Coots over here in the water doing morning cardio. Still no contrails coming from Frankfurt. Although we did see a couple of contrails in the distance. It seems that the heavies that are flying from Frankfurt to the United States and Canada are not producing a contrail just yet. KLM flight 1850. Evan, check it out. A G in the process of coming to the Netherlands. We have a visual. It's a G in the process of coming. Looks like an E2 Embraer behind it. Let's see, is that so? No, regular Embraer 190. Right. Right, so we've established that there now is a G in the house in the Netherlands. And it says, "I'm sorry, but I am going outside to enjoy the nice weather." Absolutely rightly so, mate. Enjoy the weather. Make sure you apply sunscreen before going out if you plan to stay out for a longer period of time. Just had the longest day over here in the Northern Hemisphere, so you will get burned very rapidly if you don't take precautionary measures. And indeed, Marissa, I already see it on flight radar. E2 Embraer going to runway 27, which is now also open for arrivals. And 2 Embraer 190s coming in over here. First Embraer 190 is arriving from Billland, I think. No, it was an E2 Embraer that I was seeing. It's just not on flight radar, so that must be that airplane that returned. It was outbound initially, because I only have inbound filtered. Shouldn't have mentioned the BB gun then, Evan. They start shivering as soon as you mention it. Okay, so this was indeed the flight from to Florence, having returned. Didn't declare an emergency, did it? Well, not. Probably not, just returned. Now we have 2 Embraer 190s coming in. Hey there, Jinshin, aloha mate, good to see you again, hope all is well. And this is the Embraer 190 returning from Billland. Dropping off some bills in Billland. KLM 1292. Well, nose looks pitched up high. Is this Captain Wheelie? It sure looks like it. It sure as hell looks like it. No, don't lower it yet. No. It was first officer Wheelie. It looked promising. It looked promising. The real Captain Wheelie would have dropped the nose gear somewhere around where this airplane is now. Yeah. Close but no cigar. Hey. VW on the cycling path. No, Suzuki. Wasn't there also an abbreviation, a funny abbreviation for Suzuki? I do recall having heard that at some point. Suzuki. Next up, an Embraer 190 returning from Nuremberg. KLM Flight 1840. 10 years old. Indeed, Mrs. Professor, Captain Wheelie in training. Little butt shot. See that Catherine is also back in the chat. Good morning, Catherine. Good to see you again. Hope it was well. Meanwhile, Transavia flight 6918 returning from Olbia. 737-800, the PHHZO, 17 years old, first flight April 2007. Now for the first time I'm standing here in a bit of shadow, only temporarily. One little itty bitty cloud obscuring the sunshine for just a moment. You can see the shadow moving to the north. The car now in the shadow of that little itty bitty cloud. That's a VW Authority figure. Respect my authority. Now in the meantime, the tractors are also still busy spraying and whatnot. Not sure if this one is plowing. I think that is the tractor that the seagulls were feasting behind earlier. Again, I know absolutely nothing about agriculture, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what time is it? Do you guys know? Right. That's it. Playtime. Flight 460 arriving from Reykjavik, A320 Neo, 1 year old, first flight March 2023. It is braking. I think you guys know what is coming next. That is a nice way of putting it, Dave. A distinct livery. Not everybody is a fan of it, but it is definitely an eye catcher. Goedemorgen Tony. And also Arjan, goedemorgen. If you were there, yeah, I really had to come over and say hi. You can interrupt me. I'm not able to talk extensively while I'm streaming because it does take a lot of concentration, but you can always step over and say hi. Just tap me on the shoulder. And Bro 190 returning from Brussels. 88 lousy nautical miles. It's the Feezy Come, Feezy Go, which is 15 years old. First flight June 2009. I really have to press on the airplane labels early, otherwise I won't be seeing the flight time anymore, but this one probably was flying for less than half an hour. Just 88 nautical miles. Together with Düsseldorf, the closest by international destinations, I think. Start preparing for landing as soon as the airplane has left the ground. "20 minutes, Marissa says. Yeah, there you go. I think Norwich is also one of the closest by destinations. I think that is just over half an hour. This is Iberia Express arriving from Madrid. This is 790 nautical miles of travel. Yeah. Easy muck. There's also a butt shot to boot. That was Christopher Coots over there. I think he was complaining about something. Angry young man. Meanwhile, EasyJet is coming in, arriving from Bristol. A319, 56 minutes on their way to get here. Austrian registered, the OE-LQR. The airplane is 15 years old. First flight March 2009. There should be another Embraer 190 behind it. A bit hard to spot. But the cloud's getting in the way. Looks like it. Embraer 190 returning from Norwich, which I think we... Oh wait, now I do see it. Now it has the lights on. Now, if you look in the top left corner, we have a Dreamliner coming in, Air Canada. Air Canada Flight 900 arriving from Montreal. Boeing 7879. In the foreground we have an Embraer 190 arriving from Norwich, KLM Flight 1056. Yo, what up? It is the ultimate. What's up, Doc? Alvin tuning in. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Another butt shot. Time to turn back the camera to the north. And yeah, I thought I saw Gary Grebe over there, but he's a mother ducker. You know what he does when the camera is pointed towards him? Oh yeah, there he is again. And under again. Air Canada Flight 900, arriving from Montreal, 7879 Dreamliner, 5 hours and 48 minutes underway. The airplane is 8 years old, first flight March 2016. Bam, gone as the flex. Ah, Land Cruiser. Is that the military police then? I think it might be. It's probably the military police in their Toyota Land Cruiser. Didn't indicate much to say which is the name for the military police, but pretty sure it was them. Traces of Gary Grebe, the mother ducker. Oh, hey, fishy. Or is that? Ah, that's a crayfish. Or somebody's having breakfast. That's for sure. Hadi Berend, goedemorgen. Peter, goedemorgen. George, goedemorgen. No. I'm hearing something pass overhead, but where is it? I do see something. First time I'm seeing something, I think, arriving from Frankfurt. Really close by the sun, so probably not the optimal. Oh, and let's also go to manual focus. There we go. So this is something passing overhead near my zenith. Is that a 777? You can just see how little contrail is being produced. Right, let's turn back. 777 time, arriving from Willemstad, Curaçao. This is KLM flight 736, 777-300. 8 hours and 36 minutes underway. The PHBVG, 12 years old, first flight May 2012. Good morning, Malcolm. Or good evening, I should say. Now, if the stream is giving you any value in the form of entertainment and you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like. It really helps to spread this content to new viewers such as yourselves, who might also be interested in content such as this. The PHBVG, having traveled 8 hours and 37 minutes to get from Curaçao, Willemstad, back to the Netherlands. Good morning, Alan. Tuning in from the northeast of England. And airplanes FRA tuning in from Frankfurt. Who would have thought? Shiny flap surfaces. Two airplanes visible in the distance. The one closest by is a 737-800 arriving from Birmingham. The one further away is an A319 arriving from London Luton, EasyJet. And KLM A330-300 is approaching. Looks like it'll be the number 3. There's a little bit of spacing in between these two and the A330 though. Mike Wild, good morning from a hot UK. Better keep your head cool then. Over here also not too cold. Maybe after this landing let's do a quick update of the METAR. Air temperature probably in the 20s C already, or 70 F. Wind there is, I feel blowing from behind. Feels like the wind is now a little bit southwest or south. Very insignificant. You can also see the windmills in the background standing nearly still or completely still. usually spin whenever there's just a little bit of wind. Big picture wise, you can see that a few friendly cumulus clouds have formed in the meantime, also in the southern half of the sky right now. More activity in the water also going on south of me. The grebes are over there, the Coots is standing guard on the peninsula, and I thought, yeah, there's more going on. Another Coots doing a little bit of diving. While the next airplane is coming in, let's also do a quick refresh of the METAR. Have a look, do a refresh. We had variable wind 2 knots, it is variable 3 knots now. Few clouds at 3,000 feet. Air temperature 22 degrees C, so that is roughly 74 F. And Airplanes FRA asks, can you see the landings on runway 24? There's no landings taking place on runway 24. There's departures taking place from runway 24. We can see it, but it is a bit at a distance. Hey, Captain Jerry, also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Gasky. Jerry says my leg is hurting a lot, but getting better. Well, you just make sure that you stay free of infections. That's the most important thing. Now, we saw Gasky just now. Jesus is flying from Copenhagen to Manchester right now, so Jesus will not be bothering us today, nor will any 747s before the arrival of the Emirates A380. The A380 was expected 1:05 earlier, now it is 1:01, so it seems to be making up a few minutes as time progresses. That is interesting. If it is going to land after 1 o'clock, it is probably going to land on the wrong runway. If it is going to land before 1 o'clock, it might be assigned Polderbaan, assuming that the wind is going to stay in the same general variable direction as it is right now. Yesterday we were so lucky to see it. Would be nice if we could get 2 in a row. Mark is asking, the Coots standing guard? Absolutely. And you're thinking about a few good men? No, a few Coot men. This is KLM flight 696, returning from Toronto, Canada. A330-300, 6 hours and 39 minutes underway. And it is the PHAKF, it's the FAKF. That's almost the sound that one of the Kermits would make. Fuck. Tractor passing by to the north on the cycling path. This A330 is 9 years old, first flight October 2014. This is what you can see over here from departures from runway 24. Just to give you an example. SAS. I'm thinking it is going to make a right-hand turn come this way. We could also follow the entire progress then. And considering the fact that we have an Embraer 175 and an A320 coming in, yeah, might as well. Well, no! Is it doing the same as the 747 just before the end of yesterday's stream? Is it going to take a left-hand turn? Not yet convinced. that it will. Ordinarily they would take a right and make a right-hand turn, come this way, and we would be able to follow the entire route until they pass overhead, leave the country north of us. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so even though it is just a small jet, it is nice to just see how we can follow it. First heavy to approach the Polderbaan is now approaching the glide slope, and that looks like a 777-200 returning from Las Vegas. Oh, now is the zoom in the wrong direction. I was trying to zoom out just to show you where the airplane currently is at. Oh. Well, it seems to pass us by just a little bit more to the west than they normally would do. But that's okay. So, for frame of reference, I'm now pointing the camera to the west. And that's what you can see with perfect visibility. Right, Air Arabia Morocco landing in the meantime. Oh, Electra. Doing the Electra boogie. Good morning Jackie, good morning Raven Rock. And good morning all others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy and we are standing along the Polderbaan runway 18 right. At the moment the only runway in use for arrivals. Once again I think. Or are there... No, there are still airplanes going to runway 27. I think. Is the Qatar A330 going to land on runway 27 or on this runway? Seems like it is going to land on runway 27, which I think will close in 15 minutes from now. Yeah, exactly. Thought so, Marissa. That's okay. Another KLM Embraer arriving from London City. No Captain Wheelie. New bottle for a nice slope, Jerry says. Absolutely right. That's the spirit. Now, that's a quick sip over here. KLM Flight 636 arriving from Las Vegas. 777-200 9 hours and 22 minutes on the way. The BQH, 19 years old, first flight September 2004. Wind on the scale of chimney smoke looks like this right now. Nearly all vertical. The water is like a mirror. Just a little breeze over here, very minute. Now also a massive big thank you to Raven Rock, who just now gifted 5 memberships. If you are one of the recipients of the gifted memberships, don't forget to say thank you to Raven Rock. You now have access to all the custom emojis, such as the budget emoji, the playtime emoji, the A380 emoji. Use them and use them whenever you see fit. Raven Rock, thank you so much for gifting us 5 new members, and welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge as 5 new members. This is KLM Flight 924 arriving from Edinburgh. Sup, bro? 737-800. 13 years old. Still a Wi-Fi hump on this one. Hailing from 2011. Jerry asks, is that chimney steam a power plant? Yes, it is. It is. It's a waste management company, but it also generates. They burn trash, but by doing that they also generate electricity. At least that's what I've been told by people in the chat who looked it up. Right, Steven Seagull, there he is. I think he's sitting on the throne of Russell the Crowe, so I'm hoping it won't get to a fight. We know Russell Crowe, he loves a fight. He already seems a bit agitated. Yeah. He's already biting at the bugs bugging him. Quick look at a seemingly British hopper. No, German Airways. Arriving from Basel. Boss hell. This is where you send evil managers to. You send them to boss hell in Switzerland. Right. Let us return to the north with the camera. We have a 777 arriving from Vancouver. It is a 777-300 KLM Flight 682, flight time 8 hours and 40 minutes. The PHBVP, 8 years old, first flight February 2016. Also, good day to Craig. Welcome to one and all who have joined in the meantime. You're watching Amos Live. This is the Polderbaan runway 18 ride. It's the 777s that are doing the long wheelies today. That's the second one today in today's show. Nice. Josegi is greeting us from Nairobi in Kenya. Good morning. Adrian says 36,000 feet India 777. Mate, please give me some more details. Where I need to look, where is it coming from, where is it going to, will it pass me north or south, where is it currently flying? You already saw there are hardly any contrails at the moment in the sky. I do see something now passing not too far away, maybe going to London. Those are birds. Let's see, there's that cloud. Okay, so it must be in the area over there. There it is. Here, you can see almost zero contrail production. Not sure what that is. Is that the 777? If you want me to look up and try to capture some airplanes flying overhead, do let me know. Where are they coming from? Where are they going to? Where are they flying right now? Will they pass north of me, south of me? That usually helps. Now, Embraer 175 arriving from Stavanger. Apparently it rubs some people the wrong way if you mispronounce names of cities on purpose. Stavanger. Let's see what's going on in the water. We have one Coots cleaning up the canal. We have two duckies over there doing cardio, taking a shower. Uh-oh, nobody's standing guard anymore. Now who is holding the fort? Another ducky over there. Coots now also going on land. They're invading the land. And they're calling me. They're calling us names. (737-700) Transavia arriving from Palma de Mallorca. Flight 5624, 737-700. It's the previous livery, the previous standard livery, the one that is a bit more colorful. Right, it is 11:37, so I think around now runway 27 is going to close. Means that all inbound traffic is coming this way until around 1 o'clock. Last time checking on flight radar, the estimated time of arrival of the A380 was 1:01 p.m. Is it continuing to make up time? Okay, I'm in a 100 years livery coming in from Panama City in 25 minutes. Mercer is saying nice, something to look forward to. Meanwhile, narrow-body hour has begun. Two airplanes in the distance visible. Embraer 190 arriving from Newcastle. 737 arriving from Kos or Thessaloniki, I always forget. Thessaloniki. The now number 2 is the Peter Pan livery Transavia. Peter Pan soon in the house. Still 101 expected for the A380, okay. Well, another tight call, similar to yesterday. Got an Embraer 190 coming in from the east that looks to become number 3, arriving from Aalborg, and also coming in from the west looking to become number 4 for arrival. JetBlue arriving from Boston, Massachusetts. Boston in the house. Hey, Paul also back in the chat. Morning, mate. Good to see you again. Hope all was well. What is going on over here? That is the sun being blocked by clouds. Flipping clouds. Now, somebody has brought an umbrella along. Also some visitors now at the Spottersplatz itself. You can see people standing by the fence in the background. That is the Spottersplatz itself. The tractor is still working the land over there. The seagulls are feasting, I think. Transavia, Peter Pan livery, Peter Pan Vacation Club. Arriving from Greece, Thessaloniki. Now, the frog patrol is there, over there. Harry the Heron. Heron. K4 is also patrolling, passing by. That's just the intercom. That is not birds of prey sounds to chase away any birds. Pof. Bam. In the house. And also Russell back on his throne. Seems to have dethroned the Seagull. Now let us continue with the narrow bodies. Embraer 190 returning from Aalborg, KLM flight 1284. Quack quack. Now next up, JetBlue, arriving from Boston, Massachusetts. A321neo, 6 hours and 14 minutes underway. Embraer 175 arriving from, what was it again, BLQ? Bologna, I think. Yeah, Bologna. That is the next airplane behind it. JetBlue flight 631 A321neo. This one is a year old. First flight was in June 2022. Seems that Jennifer Lopez was playing in the background on the ATIS again. Let's get loud. At least the A321neo didn't disappoint, unlike the big birds so far. KLM fan has to go. See you later, mate. Thanks for joining. Embraer 175 having landed just now. It's Embraer Fest. And from one Embraer to the next. Next one returning from Aberdeen is not KLM, but German Airways. German Airways. Embraer 190, 1 hour and 8 minutes on the way to get from Aberdeen back to the Netherlands to Amsterdam. 16 years old, first flight January 2008. That makes it just as old as the Orange Pride and as Chucky. The airplane behind it is also an Embraer 190. That one is from KLM itself and is returning from Glasgow. That airplane is from January 2009, so just a little bit younger. Little butt shot. Yeah. Embraer 175 will be following this Embraer 190, and then another Embraer 190 will be coming. So it is Embraer after Embraer after Embraer, and then an Embraer 170. So with the exception of the E2 Embraer, we're going to see the entire lineup. Let's hope one of them will be Captain Wheelie. Hello there. Yeah, we're hearing you. We're hearing you. Absolutely, mate. Next up, KLM B773 returning from Luxembourg, flight 1710. Also a big thank you to the cat who just now gifted 5 memberships, 5 new members courtesy of the cat. Thank you so much for that, the cat. If you are one of the recipients of the gifted memberships, don't forget to say thank you to the cat. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. Be sure to use those custom emojis, folks, such as the butt shot emoji. We see them quite regularly. Another butt shot coming in. Let's see. Embraer. I'm also looking up. Try to spot some contrails, but they are really hard to see today. You can see hardly any contrail remnants in the sky. No contrail remnants, I should say. And you see hardly any contrails, period. Now, there is a little bit more wind now. You can see a few more ripples in the water. On the scale of chimney smoke, it still doesn't look very substantial. And also doesn't feel like that. Nice and toasty here. As the landings continue. This one arriving from Hanover. KLM Flight 1788, Embraer 190. 183 nautical miles this one has flown. 14 years. It's a professional airplane. It is working now. Another butt shot in the making. Time for number 170, and that is a Britty hopper coming in from Humberside, KLM Flight 972, Eastern Airways, flying this one, 39 minutes on the way, 197 nautical miles, so it's nearly twice the distance of Brussels Amsterdam. This airplane is 20 years old already, began flying in March of the year 2004. March 2004, what were you guys doing back then? I was in university in my second to last year of the first study that I did. Okay, people are responding. I was thinking, is it so warm that you guys have all fallen asleep? Uni for Pan. Indeed, multiple degrees. And Jerry in 2004, the whole year in Iraq. Now I'm hearing something overhead. Oh no, it was just a scooter. Could have sworn I heard something pass by overhead, but it wasn't. Let's see, BizJet going to runway 22 somewhere in the distance. Can we see it? We ought to be able to see it. I think I have it. Let's see, that would be Aero Partner arriving from Katowice in Poland. Cessna 560 XL Citation XLS Plus. This is the full 400 times digital zoom in addition to the 20 times optical zoom, and this is back to more moderate zoom range. (2004) first year of high school for Alvin. Such a young bloke still. Stefan says March 2004 was my last year of primary school. I feel old. Yeah. Well, I think you'll be one of the younger viewers on average. Now, another Embraer coming in from Cardiff, this one, KLM B773. Come on, do the wheelie. Yeah. Okay-ish, I suppose. Where are the contrails today? Well, at least we have this mother shining on us. Shining the light. Shining the light 2.0. Hey, what is that turning in the distance? It looks like something bigger than an Embraer. My word, it is. It is KLM flight 604 returning from LAX, and that is a 777-200. Tell you something else. Behind it, another big bird arriving from Panama City, 787-10 Dreamliner. It is all KLM though, so I'm expecting no loud landings from the heavies, but at least getting a little bit of a switcheroo. More vodka, damn it. Embraer 190 arriving from London City, KLM flight 984, 15 years old, first flight April 2009. Ian says, in 2004 I became a supervisor at work. I was 47 years old. Nice one, Ian. Supervising. Let's see, 2004, I think I was 22. 21, 22. Right, let's turn around. Here we go. KLM flight 604 returning from LAX. It is a 777-200. 787-10 Dreamliner arriving from Panama City behind it. 2 KLMs on the glide slope. Bottoms up, Jerry. Now, if you haven't already, but the stream is providing you value in the form of some entertainment, hit the like button. Really helps to spread this content to new people who haven't heard of the channel yet, but might also be interested in streams like these. KLM Flight 604, about to touch down, returning from LAX. Right, KLM Asia returning from California. See that Drew is also back in the chat. Good morning. Virginia also in the chat. Virginia says 2004 was the year before I retired from 38 years of teaching. Wow. A fulfilling career. Leaving behind a fulfilling career, I imagine. Hey Bill, morning. Good to see you again, mate. You made it. Tuning in from Seattle, West Coast, well represented again. We have a flying AMS Live logo coming in, arriving from Panama City. It is also the KLM 100 years livery. Flying as flight 758 today, 9 hours and 34 minutes on the way. The PHBKA, 5 years old, first flight June 2019. Meanwhile, at the little peninsula, we have the ducks. We have Harry. We have another Coots standing guard. A few Coot men. Ah, 19.5K, nice. Thank you all so much. Yeah, it's the final steps to the big 2-0. Doesn't mean anything in particular, but us humans like round numbers, so I figured let's show the live footage of the live counter of the number of subscribers in the final steps to that elusive 20 round K. $500 to go. Meanwhile, another KLM 737 with a Wi-Fi hump arriving from Paris. Nice to know that on this 40-minute flight at least you had access to Wi-Fi. What would we do without it? Hey, BizJet. The whistle sounds different from a regular overhead airplane. And that is because this is a BizJet. Also a big massive thank you to Alvin for a totally unnecessary super sticker. Shiba dog clapping his hands. Thank you so much for that, Alvin. You know you shouldn't have, but I know what you're going to say. I'm going to do it anyway. You deserve it, bloody bloody blah. Thank you so much, Alvin. Cheers, mate. Ah! Oh, that could also be the case. Captain Jerry says, Wi-Fi, I thought it was a cargo hatch. It does look a little bit like one of those things you put on the roof where you could put your skis in if you go on a winter trip, on a skiing trip. Who knows? Maybe that is for mama-in-laws that aren't friendly. Or passengers who are a bit loud in general. Another Britty hopper, this one arriving from Teesside or Darlington. Embraer 190. Embraer 190 long range. Being used to its fullest capacity, flying a 256 nautical mile stint. 17 years old, first flight January 2007. Slappy says hello from Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning, Slappy. Welcome to the show, mate. And all others who have joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. You are watching Amos Live. My name is Boy and we are standing along runway 18 right, Polderbaan. At the moment the only runway being used for arrivals. It has been narrow bodies galore, but fear not, there is something bigger coming in after this Embraer 190 has landed. It is returning to Amsterdam from Bergen. 12 years old. Just a quick look at the landing. Unless it is Captain Wheelie, then we are going to follow it entirely. Yeah, no, that's not a Captain Wheelie trademark landing. No dice. There it is. Now, the next airplane coming in is an A350, and I think it is the first A350 of the show. Once again, hearing something pass overhead. I'm telling you, it is a challenge, to put it mildly, to find any airplanes. Oh, yeah, that was Harry doing a flyby. Also, is the 777 going to China? I think it is. It is. Is that China Eastern or something? It is a 777 freighter going to China. Either Shanghai or one of the other destinations these airplanes fly to. But I digress. First A350 of the show, Corendon World to Fly, returning from Willemstad, Curaçao, flight 598. If I recall correctly, Roy also flew on this one and he didn't recommend it. Not a lot of legroom on this flight. ECNTB, which is 2 years old, had its first flight in April 2022. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, that Marissa was remarking that to her it seems that this airplane seems to be getting smaller and smaller as time progresses. Is that something you guys are also experiencing? See that Lucas is also back in the chat. Good to see you again. Now, we haven't seen a lot of them, not as many as yesterday, but another Delta A330 is next to land. This one arriving from Minneapolis in Minnesota. Soda. Oh. This is an A330-300, 7 hours and 36 minutes underway, 17 years old, first flight March 2007. Has the potential to get loud. Will it do so? That remains to be seen. We'll find out soon enough. If it does, word of warning beforehand, you are watching this stream at your own discretion. AMS Live, nor I, cannot be held accountable for any loss to speakers or eardrums. You're watching this at your own risk. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey Sander, good to see you, mate. I totally forgot your 8 months, I think it was, membership celebration at the beginning of yesterday's stream. I think I only saw your super sticker or super chat and highlighted only that. Thank you so much for your continued support, mate. I think it was 8 months of membership. Sander Sake. Talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Right. In the meantime, I've gone deaf just a little bit more. Life is getting quieter the longer I do this. Okay, now. As I'm taking another swig of vodka here, gotta stay hydrated and gotta stay warm here. Let's turn around the camera. We have no immediate traffic on the glide slope, but it is close by. I think there is an airplane flying west of me. I'm trying to spot it. Hans' favorite. Shouldn't be very far away. Then again, there's also an airplane already approaching the glide slope, so let's just focus on that then. Was that it? Yeah, that is it. Lucky shot there. Really need to update my phone because the camera is now pointing to the north, and that means that the sun is shining on my phone and it is really hard to read the chat right now. Sorry for that, folks. For some reason it was easier yesterday. Another shot in the dark, but who knows? Is there anybody who has first-hand experience with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra? I am thinking of maybe buying it because it has a bright screen and it has a special Gorilla Glass that really mitigates reflectiveness outdoors. But I also read that it might get warm. And my question is, do you have any experience with it getting warm, dimming down the screen when it is exposed to direct sunlight? Love to hear from people who have this phone. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, it was my partner in crime, Sander Sake, that did the airplane dance with me just now, a couple of weeks ago. He's now requesting the airplane the airplane dance guy. Well, no, I misread that, but I might as well do it since I am in the mood. Have to be careful. The winglet version is copyrighted by Lance Cole. It's not the same when you're not here to do it with me, Sander. It has to be said. Right, Alvin says, 3 of my friends got them, not a complaint, no experience with the warmth. Okay, Contentious topic, isn't it? Yeah, well, always. You got a license for the guns, mate. Yeah, license to kill, mate. Don't you dare fudge with me. Alright. But at least the friends you have don't have any issues with the warmth. Well, granted, it is winter in your neck of the woods right now, Alvin. Yeah, I mean, it's a hefty investment to make. And it would be a shame. I mean, it is fully exposed to the sun right now. My old phone is my current phone, I should say, is a OnePlus 6. Only once last year, during a heat wave, did it give me a warning of overheating and dimming down the screen. Like today and all other days, it has been holding up quite nicely. This was the Adler special livery. Also doing a little butt shot. But the screen is now on full brightness and I've set it to full brightness and I have it on full brightness all of the time, all year round. Yeah, exactly. They don't use it in any of the conditions that I do. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm afraid that there were some stories of the phone overheating when being exposed to direct sunlight for just a couple of minutes already. Now, if that were the case, then obviously it is not an appropriate phone for me to use and to upgrade to. Although it does have a tremendously bright screen. And also that Gorilla Glass is really good with mitigating the reflectivity outdoors. True that. If an S24 Ultra won't do the job, then what will? Well, the only thing I'm complaining about with my OnePlus 6 is that the screen brightness is just low. It's like 450 nits or so. I think even my current camera that I'm now using to film has a higher brightness. Because the monitor I'm using that I recently purchased, but now haven't been using it because it needs the USB-C connection from the power supply is a bit unstable, so I have ordered some batteries for it. But it is said to have, well, no, it advertises, it says it on the packaging, it has 1600 nits, and I still think that my camera screen compares to it in terms of brightness. So everything is much brighter. My phone is just 450 nits, and that is really now the Achilles heel, because now I'm hardly able to read the chat. I have to hold my hand over the chat window to be able to see it a bit more properly. Alvin says even my iPhone 15 overheated at first. Overheated at first, you mean before the battery got used to your pattern of using the phone? Right. Anyway, it's just that I'm a bit hesitant to shelf out more than 1K for a phone if it isn't going to hold up in sunny conditions with the streaming. Before the software update, okay. So it was something that could be fixed with a software update. Okay. Well, I've been also looking into forums and whatnot, and I couldn't find any recent mentions of the issue. It seems that the people mentioning the problems mentioned it several months ago. I'm assuming that the vast majority of the people isn't having any issues with it. Then again, I'm pretty sure that 99% of the people will not be using the phone the way I intend to use it. Ah, more vodka. Right, back to the issue at hand, the airplanes. Also saw that people were complaining a bit that yesterday it went about bread for too long. Shame on us all. German Airways coming in, flying for KLM, arriving from Berlin. The Deutschland, no, that was the term that Jendrosek coined for the CRJ, the German hopper, the Deutschland hopper. Wolfgang asks, why not use a tablet? The tablets don't have the same screen brightness. Phones have vastly brighter screens these days, the latest generations. iPhone 15, S24. Yeah, they probably have a return period. That would require me timing the purchase such that I could also try it on the most extreme of conditions. Huh. Anyway, EasyJet up next, arriving from Edinburgh. A320neo. Also wearing a turboprop overhead somewhere. Also, big downside of using a tablet is that it is so heavy and sizable that you cannot attach it to the camera as I have with my phone right now. Now I'm pointing to the south, but I'm still able to read the chat and flight radar and operate everything. When you use a tablet, you have to mount it to the tripod or a separate stand, which means that if you are turning, you'll be turning away from the screen and you will not be able to see it as well. That's what I like about my current setup. I can have my footage and the chat and flight radar in view all of the time simultaneously. Lot flight 263, Embraer 190, arriving from Warsaw. 1 hour and 33 minutes on the way. Umbrella I've also been thinking about, but the difficulty is that the sun is over here. So you would need an umbrella somewhere over here, which either it has to be really high, otherwise you are going to see it, and you're also going to see the thing that the umbrella will be attached to, a pole or something. Right. Let's see. Antoine says, what about a travel/cellular router? Well, I already have a mobile router that I'm using, so I'm already using that. The phone isn't used to route to transfer data. It is just for interacting with you via the chat and seeing flight radar. Let's see, next up, 737 arrival for Prague, KLM flight 1354. 1 hour and 3 minutes on the way. The PHBGA, 16 years old, first flight March 2008. Permanent party tent. Yeah, well, I've looked into party tents. You need a second person for that. We'll be needing two. Well, we already talked about it. My car is too small. I need a second utility card. I would also need a second person to secure it when it is more than just wind still. Otherwise, the thing is going to blow away to the runway. What Schiphol needs to do is invest in some spotters homes over here. Bit like a telescope observatory where you can open up the roof. Yeah, indeed, Wolfgang. Just wait, sun will not stay long in the Netherlands. I'm afraid you're right. See that Aphrodite is also back in the chat. Good day to you. Welcome. And all others who've joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Absolutely nothing close by just yet. There is a 737 flying somewhere west of me. Let's see, where is it approximately? It is approaching Haarlem, so it should be within visual range, I think. You'd think. You'd think, but think again. Sadly, not yet visible. Although the wind is picking up ever so slightly over here, over there where the scale of chimney smoke is visible, it still looks very vertical. Everything has gone quiet here. That doesn't mean that this runway will not be used for arrivals anymore. Norwegian is coming. The KLM 737 is still flying west of us. Not sure which one will be the first one to arrive. I think it is going to be the 737. Now, a big thank you to Martin for your 6 months of membership. Thank you so much for your continued support, Martin. I hope you still like it in the lounge. No accompanying text with the celebration. So I hope all is still good. If something isn't to your liking, do let me know. I hope you will stay around. If not as a member, then at least as a frequent visitor for many more months to come. And also a big congratulations and a big thank you to Aphrodite. She's gone green. Yes, hell yes. Welcome to the Green Club. Thank you so much for your continued support, Aphrodite, and everything you've been doing ever since you've become a moderator. Hope you still like it in the lounge. Hope you still like being a moderator. And if you don't, do let me know. Let me see what I can do about it to fix it then. Thank you so much, both of you, for your support and congratulations. JD also back in the chat. Lunchtime. Good to see you again, mate. More vodka. Beast, there's an overhead airplane outbound that we can see. Well, I'm saying we can see it. For how long remains to be seen. Embraer 175. As if we haven't seen enough Embraers. If you know anybody who is crazy about Embraers and who doesn't know the channel yet, refer them to AMS Live. This is Embraer heaven. Now we're still being protected by Christopher Coots, who's still standing guard. I think that the next airplane to arrive is going to be Norwegian. Norwegian in the Freddie Mercury special livery. Looking at the picture on flight radar, Freddie seems to be having a big, thick moustache. Almost reminds me of Mr. Stalin, who also had a big bushy mustache. Joseph Mercury. Now, the Norwegian is already on the glide slope. That 737 that I couldn't see should be turning in from the left somewhere. And again, it's always hard to estimate where those airplanes are in real time based on what you see on flight radar. Another KLM overhead, outbound to the north. See everybody saying goodbye to Jerry. I missed the message, but Jerry apparently is signing off. See you later, Jerry. Thanks for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Hopefully see you later in the week. Alright, there's a little light flashing at the 10 o'clock of the Norwegian. So that is the 737 that is now on the glide slope. Hard to see. Also visually, I think the clouds are interfering a little bit over there. Also a Delta A330 Neo coming in, now on the base leg, just off the coast. Jeff says, definitely see a spot on the lens. Really? Let's see. Oh yeah. There is. Looks like a particle of dust or something. Let me brush that off. After Freddie Mercury has landed, let's see what the state of his face is. Didn't look good on flight radar. Yeah. That's not a very flattering image of Freddie Mercury, the great Freddie Mercury. It's a bit of a disservice that they're doing him. Alright, let me get out my trusty lens pen and get out that brush. No, it's a smidge. Hey, interesting. Don't recall last time it rained. Well, in that case, get out that graphite thingy. Should be gone now, Jeff. Alrighty, next up, KLM 737-700 arriving from Milan. Flight 1614. Now Gender 6 TV looks more clear. Thanks for the internal cleaning. You're welcome, mate. Just the normal reflections. Alrighty. We have a Delta A330 Neo coming in next from Seattle, Washington. Flight 144, Delta Airlines. 8 hours and 58 minutes on the way to get here. The airplane itself 4 years old, began flying in September 2019. Finished a bottle of vodka, onto the second one in a moment. There's also a little contrail. Only briefly, where is it? Huh. That's the thing with all those clouds, at the risk of saying something racist, but they all look alike. Was a little contrail flying, some airplane flying from southwest to northeast, now almost directly north of me. But there you go. Transavia arriving from Corfu, an A320 behind it. That is an all-white Avion Express. Very inspiring livery. After that, 777-300 arriving from Lima, bringing home the lima beans. Okay, semi-loud. Marissa says the A380 has an ETA of 1:10 p.m, so that is not good indeed. It's going to land on runway 27. Also no 747s. Boring stream. Surprised that there are more people watching now than earlier in the stream. Welcome one and all. You're watching AMS Live. We are over here at the Polderbaan, runway 18 right, where the A380 is not going to land, and no 747s. Get out of here, nothing to see here, just Embraers. Well, and this beautiful machine, look on flight radar, see the many details of this beautiful livery. All white, arriving from Corfu. Avion Express, it is a rental flying for Transavia, KLM Group, not KLM itself. It's the LYMLI, Limley. Limley is 15 years old and began flying in January 2009. Not Joanna Lumley, but Joanna Limley, this airplane. Absolutely fabulous. Time for 777 then. Arrival from Lima in Peru. KLM Flight 744 on its way for 11 hours and 38 minutes as we speak. The PHBVB. Some twinkling lights in the background. That is Air Transat arriving from Montreal on A321neo. "11 hours and 38 minutes on the way. This 777-300ER, 16 years old. First flight March 2008. This is the PHBVB. It began flying in March 2008. The PHBVA, the orange stripe, began in January. So this airplane is 2 months younger than the OG, the OP. Also interesting, the PHBVB is flying for KLM Asia, and the PHBVA and D both flying for regular KLM, so to speak. Hey Monique, also in the chat. Evelyn is back. Outbound traffic to the north. Embraers. How many have we seen already? Also something flying directly overhead. West to east. Near my zenith. Let's see. Yeah. From here on I can follow it again. It's getting really close to the sun. Air Icarus. Because it is so close to the sun, it's hard to see the details. A321neo Air Transat arriving from Montreal. No, Toronto. Apologies. Brand new airplane, will turn 1 in August this year. Floaty landing. A380 Polderbaan at the moment, Marissa. You sure? Right, Bill has to go. Signing off for now. You enjoy the rest of your day as well, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you in the next one. KLM Flight 622, arriving from Atlanta, Georgia, 777-300. So it is officially confirmed for Polderbaan on omgevingsinfo. Really? Say what? Zegt u? Nou, ik lees net van de kijkers dat hij inderdaad hier naartoe komt naar deze baan.
Hij komt hier wel deze kant op. Hij was net in München.
Ja, nee, maar ik bedoel als in dat hij ook deze baan toegewezen heeft gekregen om op te landen.
Oh ja?
Ja, daar ben ik verbaasd over, want zometeen gaat die baan bij de buitenveldenbaan gaat ook open. Dus heb je kans dat hij daar naartoe gaat. Maar mensen zeggen dat hij bevestigd is om hier te landen. Hij komt eraan, hij is in het land, dus precies. Ja, nee, ik ben ook verbaasd, maar hij schijnt te komen. Ja, precies. Graag gedaan. Right. KLM Flight 1502, arriving from Madrid, 737-800. Wouldn't that be something? Seeing the A380 land on this runway 2 days in a row. Awesome. Right. Around 11 o'clock they were also a bit late with opening up runway 27. Yeah, maybe that is our luck. Right, cool. Right. Up next, Icelandair. Flight 500, arriving from Reykjavik, 2 hours 42 minutes on the way. 767-300. That's the vodka. I'm surprised I'm still able to follow airplanes. Hey, Mercer says plane behind the A380 also assigned Polderbaan. Nice. There usually are a couple of heavies arriving from the east, so as long as they keep coming to the Polderbaan, I'm going to stick around. It's usually back to narrow bodies because we usually see traffic from the south and the west. It's usually only narrow bodies, but Saudi, and I think there was also something from Qatar that usually arrives around the time of the A380. So as long as it keeps coming to the Polderbaan, we're not going anywhere. Indeed, Marius, the birthday boy, says, I called Schiphol, said I wanted a birthday present. Tada, here comes the A380. What a nice birthday gift for you, Marius. And Adri is back. Good to see you. Perfect timing. A380 apparently assigned to Polderbaan. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Now, if you've been enjoying the stream so far and have been entertained, you have it already. Don't forget to drop a like. It really helps to spread this content. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Stay informed of upcoming live streams. No heavies behind the A380 at the moment. Okay, that's a pity. Hadi Marike, goedemiddag. Welcome one and all. Now, where is the aforementioned A380? Okay, flying over, well, in the vicinity of Kampen. Are there any heavies coming in, period? Oh yeah, there's one arriving from Guayaquil at the moment, already over the North Sea. Looking a bit further down towards La France. Not much going on. Seems that the 777 arriving from Guayaquil and the A380 are the only heavies now for the time being. Roy has to do some chores and shopping. That is unfortunate timing, Roy. With the A380 having been assigned to the Polderbaan and it flying in towards lily studs right now. But if you have to go, you have to go. In that case, thank you so much for joining, Roy. Enjoy the rest of your day and week. Hope to see you later in the week again. Sexy lady. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. No, wait. It is an Embraer 175. Arriving from Frankfurt, flight 1818. 42 minutes on the way. Roy needs to keep the lady boss happy. Well, duty calls then. You can still see the landing in the replay, of course, later. More spiders trying to turn me into Spider-Man or something. So the next airplane behind this Embraer 175 is a Turkish A332 arriving from Istanbul. Picture-wise, we now also have a few friendly clouds south of Schiphol Airport this morning. The whole southern half of the hemisphere over here, well, not hemisphere, the local sky was completely blue, and a lot of clouds were in the north. Now it seems to have balanced out a little bit more. Now over here we have Turkish Airlines. Turkish Airlines flight 1957 arriving from Istanbul. 2 hours and 46 minutes on the way. Normally speaking, Istanbul Amsterdam is around 3 hours, so this flight either took a shorter route than normal or it had tailwind. This particular airplane is 15 years old, had its first flight in December 2008. Let's see. Shamrock following this airplane, flight 604 arriving from Dublin. A320neo arriving from Dubrovnik. Behind it. Alright, narrow-body fest has begun once again. Although a bit more variety than during the Embraer rush hour earlier in the morning. This is Aer Lingus up first, flight 604, arriving from Dublin, regular A320. Behind it is an EasyJet A320neo, which is returning from Dubrovnik. Turning in from the left, an airplane that Han probably would like to ignore, arriving from Valencia. Embraer 190. Arriving from Aberdeen is flying base. Let's see, the A380 is now flying in the vicinity of Purmerend. Last time Jan Drosek and Lorenzo were here not too long ago, we established that Purmerend is in the vicinity of the chimney smoke. We'll know how the visibility is right now. I'm thinking somewhere over there we might get to see the A380 already. Let me also look on my laptop screen. Not yet. I think I have it. I think I have it. Let's see. Sugar Factory Tower. I saw it just now. Oh yeah, it's approaching the Sugar Factory. There we go. We've got a visual. Emirates A380, just west of Purmerend. Flying on the downwind leg, coming this way. So how many kilometers as the crow flies is this away? 20, 30? Looks like one in the standard livery. Our members already have access to the updated standard livery that is still being rolled out with the ribbon tail. Oh, where did I see it? There it is. Okay, 400 times digital zoom in addition to 20 times optical zoom. That's a bit overkill. A little bit less. We can see it turning in. Wow, 2 days in a row that we're going to see the A380 land on Polderbaan. What a lucky day. The 777 arriving from Guayaquil is also approaching. Looks like that will follow the A380. Embraer 190 arriving from Aberdeen. No, Vueling. Vueling arriving from Valencia. We'll have to do it. I have to check it. Duty calls. We need to know if world order will remain. We just have to see. Is it still there? The answer is yes. It is still there. We get to live another day without the world order being disturbed. Alrighty, 3 airplane glide slope shots. Bottoms up. KLM flight 914 in the foreground, arriving from Aberdeen, Embraer 190. The second airplane is EasyJet A319, arriving from Palma de Mallorca. And the third airplane, is that a Boeing 747? It looks like it. Seems to be having 4 engines. Is this going to be Captain Wheelie? The answer is no. The answer is no. Next, please. Next up, A319, Palma de Mallorca, Amsterdam, EasyJet, flight 27882. Chris Coots is saying hi to all the viewers who have joined in the meantime and says, like if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the stream so far, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, to stay informed of upcoming live streams. Thanks for reminding the audience, Chris. Quack quack. Okay, landed. 777 arriving from Guayaquil behind it. Left of the airplane. So this is Emirates flight 147, the daily flight between Dubai and Amsterdam, now number 7 on flight radar, 536 people are tracking it. Surely we can get it into the top 5, can't we? 6 hours and 28 minutes on the way. That is almost picture perfect nominal. Normally speaking, around 6.5 hours of flight time for this airplane at this point in the sky. This particular airplane is 8 years old. Had its first flight in October 2015. It's the A6EOW. Another 6 kilograms of rubber about to be added to the runway, indeed, Jeff. Let's look and listen. Might get loud. Here we go. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Both in the audio and in the visual department. Sad thing is that we cannot linger too long. There's another heavy coming in from behind. Dave says Big Bertha was smooth. Absolutely. Absolutely killing it. Now, next airplane to land will be the last airplane of today's show, because nothing but narrow bodies is coming in after this airplane. Even though runway 27 still seems to be closed. KLM flight 755, 777-200 arrival from Guayaquil, which lies in, which we all know by now. Coming in hot. Wrong. Zoom out. Right, the flaps have been retracted and the taxi back to the gate has commenced. All the way along the line of trees, back to the main platform area, the terminal building lying adjacent to the tower over there. These 10 minutes of taxi ahead of them. Now folks, I am going to wrap it up for today. Also, before doing that, scrolling up. A massive big thank you to Joe Cremont, who just now gifted no less than 10 memberships. What the F? Thank you so much, Joe. 10 new members courtesy of you. If you are one of the 10 recipients, don't forget to say thank you to Joe and be sure to use the custom emojis that are now at your disposal whenever you see fit. You have access to them for a month. Use them during the next stream, which I hope will be on Thursday. Thank you all so much for joining me here today and hope to see you in the next one. Of course, a big thank you to Joe and all the others for gifting memberships, for becoming a member yourself, for renewing your membership, for super chatting, super stickering, for buying something from the merch store or PayPal donations like Paul Canavan. Thank you so much. All your support means everything to me. This is what makes the channel. I'm just here for the background entertainment. If you were entertained by this stream, don't forget to drop a like if you haven't already. It really helps to spread this content to more people like you yourself who might be interested in streams like these. Hope to see you on Thursday. A big thank you lastly to the moderators for keeping the stream friendly and accessible. Hope to see you on Thursday. If you go out in the sun, make sure you stay safe. See you next time. Bye for now.